Sandy from Appalachian Andy Outdoors. Today we are heading out to Archer's Fork. Just like Lake Vesuvius, just like Wildcat Hollow, this is part of Wayne National Forest and Marietta District. This will be a 14-mile loop, overnighter. Stick around, you're not going to miss this one. Today we'll be starting at Ludlow Catholic Cemetery trailhead. We'll be starting the loop in a clockwise direction. Along the way, we'll stop to pick up our water cache where the trail meets Jackson Run Road. Shortly after that, we'll look for a good spot to set up camp for the night. Today is such a beautiful day to be out here at Archer's Fork. You know, today feels like, it feels like fall right now. It's mid-70s. Aside from winter, you know, fall is my favorite time to be outdoors. I met a cool cat named Bill up at the trailhead, and I was telling him this is the second time that I've been out here. The first time being, I think it's been about a couple winters ago. The first time that I was out here, it was just really bitter cold, and I think I'd been doing some squats at the gym the day before, so my legs were tired, and I don't know, my first experience wasn't great out here, so this is why I wanted to come back out here and give it a second chance. If you've been out here before to Archer's Fork, I'd love to know what your experience is like. And you can do so, you can just drop it right down in the comments section. I was beating myself up on my way down here this afternoon because I had forgot my dinner. It's a dinner that I was really looking forward to. So, you know, there's no turning back. So I head down to the Dollar General, picked up a couple items, and hey, it's a lesson learned, but I think what I have in store for tonight for dinner is gonna work out great. Won't be much elevation gain on this adventure. We can looking around 2,400 foot, so nothing too significant, but just enough to get your heartbeat and your legs pumping. Something that Archer's Fork is really popular for is these rock outcroppings. In the distance, I can hear somebody jamming out, so I can tell you where I won't be staying at. Yeah, hey, if it's, you know, if personally for me, and I come out to the woods to get away from all of that stuff, you know, life is just so busy and chaotic at times. You know, I just like having some peace and quiet. This afternoon we'll be putting in at least 7 miles up to our water cache. Our water cache is located on Jackson Run Road, and you know, that is a good halfway point. And then once we get to our water cache, we'll be looking for a place to set up camp. It is 4:01. Got 2 miles down, 5 miles to go. Yeah, we're making excellent time right now. At this pace, as long as there ain't too many surprises, should be there by 6:30. I was outside earlier this week cutting grass, and it was, you know, like 7 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, the sun is getting lower in the sky. It's already starting to get darker earlier in the day, And that is something that I am going to miss. As much as I hate the heat, you know, I love having these longer days, and we're in the season where the days are just going to continue to get shorter up through wintertime. This is the 4th or 5th established campsite I've come up on. It's a big camp space, got a fire pit. Looks like maybe 2 fire pits down there. Got several spaces for, I mean, you could pack in a number of people down there. But that's not for us. We're gonna keep on moving. Getting a strong whiff, a strong odor of something. That something smells dead. It's real thick up through here, but I can, yeah, that smell is getting stronger. Something that I forgot to mention about caching water. You know, if you do plan to cache your water alongside the trail here, which I would recommend, you may want to drive an SUV, maybe a truck, something that has some higher clearance, because some of these old townships, some of these old forest roads out here are just, I mean, there's no nice way of saying it. Some of them are just awful. Some of these roads here, I don't even know if I would take my side-by-side up on there that bad. So that's just something to think about if you do plan on doing it. Right, it is 6:18. Just picked up our water cache. Took me a second to find it. Those tall weeds covered it real well. So I'm picking up the water cache. Now it is time to find camp. I walked up on a couple places further up down by the road. I want something that's a little further off the path. I did find one site that was appealing, but there was somebody already there. I haven't seen anybody the entire time of that, so of course I'd find somebody, or I'd see somebody soon. I was trying to settle down for the night, but that's alright. We'll come up on someplace soon. I know on a lot of these loops, people will try to do half of it in a day's time, so there should be, like I said, plenty of places to choose from on up the trail. Okay, I think this is going to be home for the night. I'm gonna do some clearing off. This would be where I'm gonna put my tent, right in here. There's some grown up vegetation. I'll clear that out of the way. We are just right up off this trail. I don't know if there's anything better ahead, but hey, I'm gonna take what I can get. Try to get a fire going, try to get a few rocks. I don't really like doing that. I don't like making new fire rings, but hey, in this case, yeah, here we go. Alright, so what's for dinner? Well, what I did have planned was some Campfire grilled cheese, but since I forgot it, what we're going to do is some Spam. I'm going to cut this up into some sections. I got this stick here. I'm going to skewer it, and then I'm going to roast it over this fire. It's not the tastiest thing I've ever made, but it's quick, it's convenient. I said earlier that I went to Dollar General. I grabbed the first thing I could find off the shelf, and we're gonna have for dinner. Oh yeah. Don't have a plate, but what I do have is this freezer bag. Cut this into some small, maybe let's see, about 1/4 inch sections. I'm only gonna eat. I'm gonna start with 3 pieces and then go from there. If it's good, maybe I'll eat the rest. If not, I'll wait till tomorrow morning. FYI, I've never done this. I've never tried it before, but I'm willing to give it a shot. After a long day of hiking, this hits the spot. There's very few trips that ever go as expected, and that's part of backpacking that I really like, is that you can plan for it, you can prepare for it all you want, but you can never fully prepare for the outdoors. But what you can do is you can adapt to it. Archer's Fork so far, man, it's had a lot to offer. I'd recommend this to anybody that's looking to getting out, maybe backpacking for the first time, or even people who's been backpacking for a while now, people that's had some experience. It's a well-used trail, but you're not going to run into too many folks the entire day. I'd met Bill at the trailhead, and I'd seen somebody else down at one of the more established campsites, but other than that, I mean, there has not been a single person. And that's a lot of what you'll find at Archer's Fork, and also a lot of the other Wayne National Forest areas. Places like Red River Gorge, a lot of places like out in West Virginia, places like that are going to be a lot more populated. You're going to see a lot more people, but out here, I mean, you'll find complete solitude. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get in this Payday, my other dollar store find. I'm going to finish my electrolytes. I got a bear bag hung, and I have the bear bag hung just a few yards up the way because spam is very strong scented. Any type of game, when I'm thinking about like raccoons, I'm thinking about like coyotes, like I really don't want them coming into my tent at night. So I'm going to have that strung up out of the way and hopefully have a good restful night. Guys, thanks for hanging in there, and I will check back in with you in the morning. For breakfast, we're going to go with the Mountain House meal, the biscuits and gravy, and then we still have some of that spam left there from last night. I kept it inside this Ziploc bag, try to conceal some of that scent. Spam keeps forever, keeps for indefinitely. Get my morning coffee going. Packed up some Folgers instant coffee. While I was letting this coffee cool down and rehydrating this meal here, I had packed up my tent, sleeping pad, got everything put away. So once I get done with breakfast, we'll be on trail. But first, breakfast. And breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I'm gonna try out my first ever spam and biscuits and gravy. People might stop watching me after this video, after this breakfast, but here we go. That's what it looks like on the inside. Let's see how it tastes. She may not be a looker, but it tastes good. This trip has helped reinforce some confidence in myself, because I did have to say I had lost some after going out to East Fork Lake and having gone out to the Logan Trail and having to bail out early. And that's really, just not like me. So, coming out here maybe with a new set of expectations, new level of patience, has made this trip a much more enjoyable one. What I was saying last night about being able to adapt, that is always been a struggle for me, because I, in a weird way, I like things to stay the same. I like there to be some predictability. But being out here, it's far from that, and just learn how to be able to adapt and overcome it, and just being able to have the experience that you're meant to have, just enjoying the journey. But that isn't just for hiking or backpacking. I'm talking about adapting and overcoming. I'm talking about life, because life rarely does go the way that we expect it. But what we do have control over is how we choose to respond to it. Couple small cave systems just ahead. I do remember this part of the trail during winter time, and where there's a lot more vegetation, foliage. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. This has been an excellent time for me to bring my drone along, but I'm gonna work around side of this trail and see if we can get a good look at it. This is a neat part of the trail. If you are coming from a counterclockwise position, it's only a mile into it. You're walking in here and see if we can take a little peek. All right. Can't think of a better way to close out the summer of 2025. This summer I've had a lot of fun adventures, heading out to Red River Gorge, going out to Seneca Creek, heading out to Lake Vesuvius, Tar Hollow, East Fork Lake, and now finishing up Archer's Fork. Wait to see what's in store for this fall. This fall is gonna be slightly different this year. My wife is expecting this November, so I might be at the house more. I may not be able to get out on quite as many adventures, but coming up this September, I'll be celebrating my first full year on YouTube. So to celebrate, I do want to go back out to Dolly Saws, where it all started. This is the second cave system on our way out. This site here, we're able to get a closer look. Frustrating, I can see that people's been camping out down here. See our fire pit just down below. Down here we can see there's a tire, there's a fire pit, and there's some soot. Looks like at the top of that cave. And people you would think would know better. I also see some people look like they've been writing their name or carving on that side. Does a lot of damage to this cave system. You know, anywhere that I've ever been, they say if you're gonna have a fire, you know, don't have it right up against these rock walls. But if you don't know, I guess you just don't know. But if you do see people out there that are doing these things, you know, approach them in a respectful way, but try to teach them and educate them on, you know, the leave no trace principles. Alright, we're going to wrap this one up here at Archer's Fork. What a great adventure. I'm glad you guys tagged along. If you guys aren't able to get out and adventure of your own, come on along with me. And if you're interested in some of my other trips, check out some of these right here. I think you might like them. And as always, thanks for watching. This is Appalachian. I'll see you on the next one.